little peaches, welcome back to another video where I mess around in casts. That is exactly what we're going to be doing today. So I posted a video recently, if you guys haven't checked it out already, which is the start of my like CC masterclass series. That sounds like I know what I'm talking about. I don't, but I have a lot of CC. I have a certain CC style and you guys have been asking about it. So I'm making a series where I go through all of the CC that I have in my game, starting with skin, which is the first one I posted. You guys can check out a link for that in the description below. It also has all the links to the CC as well. And the next one I'm planning on doing is hair. But in the meantime, I got a lot of you guys asking, what is like the most realistic CC you have? Like how realistic can you make your Sims look? So I personally think that when you go too realistic on Sims, it can sometimes look a little bit cursed. It can look very, very good, but when you release them into the sim world, they do look cursed because the sim world is very toony. But in today's video, we are gonna see just how real we can make our Sims look. And I want you guys to judge in the comments below. After seeing the finished Sims, are they wonderful? Or are they cursed? I want to know what your guys' opinions are in the comments below. So I have two absolute BK Randy Sims. We've got Blaine Lengyel, and we've also got Cassandra Gary, who has no hand whatsoever. They were just the first two Sims that like I rolled for both male and female, and we're gonna be trying to make these guys as realistic as we can. So let's start by whipping off everything that they've got so far. And I, instead of choosing my usual style, which is somewhat realistic, but it's not like you are so real, it was scaring me. That's what we're going to be trying to do today. So I'm going to just throw some eyebrows on for now and then get straight into skin details, because this is where we tend to apply the things that make our Sims look the most realistic. So I usually like to go for something around about like here. It's neither super maxus or super alpha. It's somewhere in between. But today we're going to be going for all of those kind of very real alpha skins that kind of hide. They're hiding in here amongst all of the less intense skins. And we're going to be using those to try and create our most realistic sim possible. So we're going to be seeing, oh, come back here, friend, paws and freckles and just general very realisticness. But I actually think I have some even more realistic than this, because I think I have some skins that also put like a whole sim color on there. These ones tend to be, for me, the more cursed variation. And don't get me wrong, these look amazing, and this is no shade to the creators. I think these skins are literally incredible. But for me, when I throw them amongst my other Sims, they kind of stand out a little bit. And we're going to be just applying as much of this as we possibly can. So I've got a bunch of, oh my gosh, this one even has hair. I got a bunch of these very, very realistic skins. Which one looks the most real though? I mean, that one's kind of winning because of the hair. But I also wanted to apply my own hair. This one again has hair. Look at the hairline. Look at that. I think these are adapted from photos. I'm assuming what they do. That's how it looks as real as it does, because it's like from a photo. Oh my gosh, look at that. It's even got like a spot on its neck. Wow, that is crazy. Oh, it's so real. I feel like this one, we got to go for this one. It's almost so real, it's sort of scaring me. The one I went for, by the way, I think is by Praline. I can't tell now, because as soon as you click on it, that's it. You can no longer tell what it is. These are Go Polls Me overlays, but I don't think we're getting more realism from them. What about an Obscurus overlay? I'm just trying to go as real as I can. And if it doesn't look more real than the natural skin, I won't use it. I think the natural skin looks pretty real. So instead, I might add these like hints at upper cheekbones. Because again, the more detail you put on the face, the more real they're gonna look. And oh my gosh, this is why I don't go like super alpha, because I don't know, Sims, they're based on people. Obviously, they look like people. They also kind of don't. There's something very Simish about them. So then when you start like adding real features, I don't know, it starts to go a little bit uncanny valley, don't you think? Okay, we're getting pretty realistic. The eyes are really letting us down for now, but we'll fix that, don't worry. I'm like trying on a bunch of different eyelids, like which is the most realistic eyelid? I'm gonna go for these eyelashes in like a soft shade, because I think when you look at a lot of people, they don't tend to have always like really big eyelashes. So I think going a bit softer on the lashes is probably gonna make him look a little bit more real. And then I also added wrinkles to the sides of his eyes, because I don't know, like that close up, I'm not using the high quality mod, I think that's looking pretty real. If I was using it, there is a mod called the high quality mod. My game struggles to run though, so I don't think it would survive it. But there is a mod that makes it look like even more real, but it will slow your game down a little bit. And I'm now looking for the most realistic eyes possible. So okay, those are real looking eyes. Look at those. Very, very real. These are these ones here. I don't genuinely know where these eyes have come from. They don't have a label, but they're pretty real looking, particularly the blue shades. They're very real. I also have a lot of the GoPol's Me's eyes, which again, very realistic. Real eyes is a funny one because my favorite eyes are these siren eyes by Remersion. They're not realistic at all, but they look so pretty that I'm like, I kind of don't really care about going super realistic. I kind of just prefer prettiness because, as you guys probably can guess, I just like making pretty Sims. So I like a little bit of like unrealism, a bit of oversaturation. These ones I think are new, G35s. Ooh, they're cool. Again though, I don't think they're necessarily realistic. So I don't think they work for this, but I like those eyes a lot. Okay, I've tried a bunch, but I'm thinking the original ones we put on are probably the most realistic eyes. And we're trying to go for real as possible. So let's throw these little fellas back on. No, these ones. There we go. They look so real. And I'm gonna go for this like grayish green because it's not too saturated. And I think in real life, a lot of people's eyes aren't too saturated either. Throw on these eyelid overlays and we're starting to get, it's not looking like The Sims anymore. It's kind of looking like, I don't know. Did you see that Unreal Engine clip with the woman's face and it was moving her jaw around? It's kind of giving me a little bit of that sort of vibes. It's looking a lot realer. Okay. Right, let's put some realistic lips on. I'm gonna go for these ones with the cracks on. Or am I? I wish you didn't change the picture when you applied stuff because I'm like, I'll try these on. And then I go to tell you guys what they were. And the name of what they were isn't there anymore. So I'm like, I can't tell you what these guys' lips are anymore. I'm sorry. Oh my gosh, why do these ones kind of look like a butthole? Oh no. Not sure about that. He kind of looks dead. It looks a bit corpsey. Okay, let me see these ones close up. I think I'm gonna make his lips bigger so I can see the detail of his lips a bit more. I'm not really going for any particular look with him. I'm just putting on my most realistic stuff and seeing how real we can make him. That's kind of all that's going on here. This highlight here. I feel like this highlight looks like it picks up pores. So that looks very real. Oh my gosh. Kind of scary. Definitely got a little bit of a creepy factor to it right now, but hopefully also quite real. Let me know what you guys think. Okay. Hair is going to be a tough one because I think even though I love alpha hair, and I really do, that'd be the one thing I don't think I could ever give up if I was going to go for CC. I have to have CC hair because I don't like clay hair. The hair has a look, but it's not always necessarily ultra realistic. So on his head right now, it's kind of looking not very real. So I'm going to have to try and find some hair that has quite a real look to it. And it's not only that, it's got to like the shades have got to look right as well, and the hairline too, because this is a little too harsh maybe. Why does he kind of like Arnold Schwarzenegger? Does that look quite real? I feel like he's looking quite real, but there's something a little bit off. What about if I give him a hairline and skin details? This is harder than I thought. The hair is proving difficult because these hairlines definitely a little bit more realistic, but I'm really struggling to find a hair that I think is real enough. Just so weird because I didn't think hair was going to be my issue here. Okay, that kind of looks quite real along here. Maybe something like that is our best bet. I think maybe with a bit of facial hair, he's probably going to like come together a little bit more. Maybe like this. Does that look quite real? He's looking fairly real, I think. I can't really tell. What do you think? Does he look sort of real? Might take the shine out of his eyes. Maybe that's kind of making him look less real. Okay. And then my most, oh gosh, it's kind of scary, isn't it? I'm going to give him some body hair. Realistic hands. His hands are already quite defined, actually. Maybe he doesn't need that. Okay, let's go pretty hairy. Oh gosh. It's feeling a little bit cursed. I might throw a few little scars on there because, you know, people tend to accumulate a few little marks and scars as they get older. Although I'm struggling to see over his skin details. They might not show up enough. Oh, no, okay, watch this. Right, watch his arm here. This is the obscurus veins overlay. Like, look at that. Before. After. He's got a whole vein system going on in his arm now, which is kind of weird, but my Sims is sure looking real. And I really want to do this sclera because I think it makes his eyes look more real. Like they're not like standing out as much. So like before, after, but I can only pick one. It's either body hair or scleras because it's on the same layer. So I'm going to go for body hair. Okay. Looking very real. Now we've got to pick some realistic clothes. So who does the most realistic clothes? Gorilla are pretty good. Plus it's fun to say. Darte 77 is pretty good as well. In fact, okay, these are very good. The jacket with the shine. Something about the shine that's kind of making it look very real, isn't it? With the shorts. But I want to be able to see like his skin on his chest because I think that's kind of adding to the realism. So I think I'm going to go for this like loose jumper. I don't know, like a linen shirt top sort of situation from Darte 77. And then maybe some sweatpants because they look quite real too. Or jeans in a dark color. I'm realizing that dark clothes look realer, if that makes any sense at all. Like I think it's harder for our eyes to pick up like details that look faker when it's on a dark piece of clothing. So like, look, these boots, they look good, but I think they look realer if you do them like this. These shoes also look pretty good. I'm thinking maybe those. And I think we're done with our male sim. So let me know what you think of Blaine. Does he look real? I think the thing that looks wrong is his eyes, because his whites of his, mind you, I'm looking at the whites of my eyes now and I'm like, they look pretty light as well. But I'm wondering if the whites of his eyes look too white. We have like veins in our eyes and stuff. I can't find anything else that like fits the bill either. I have so many eyes that I literally did not think the eyes were going to be an issue whatsoever. Oh my gosh, I don't know. What do you reckon? That, oh, what about my 27s? See, I don't want to put sirens on him because they're not very realistic. But if I know this is me just being really stupid and obsessive, but if I go from these eyes to these eyes, so look, if you flick in between, the fact that the eye is darker makes it look realer. And I'm trying to go for real. Too much white? Perfect. I did not expect to do this, but I think I'm going to put siren eyes on him just because they look realer. Look at me with my knee up. This is how long I've been working on this. And maybe with a little Pixis pupil overlay, kind of looks realer still. I think that's as real as I'm going to get them. Okay, I took the shine out of his eyes because it was too much. And I think we're done. This is the most realistic male that I think I can make. I tried a bunch of different stuff and I think this looks the most real. Although I keep going back and like tweaking and changing because I actually think the shine looks too, I don't know. Does he look real? I don't know. I tried my very best with him. So let me know what you guys think. I think the eyes, personally, I think the eyes let it down. But I'm genuinely not happy enough with any of my eyes to like commit to any of them and say that they look right because I don't think any of them look real enough. But that's what I think is as real as I can get my male sim. Let me know, wonderful or cursed, in the comments below. Let's move on to the female sim. So again, I'm just gonna take everything off, including, oh, you've got a pumpkin now. Good for you. Okay, right, let's take everything off and let's build in the exact same way again. So we'll go ahead and pop some realistic skin details on. I think I'm going to use the same kind of ones, the ones that instead of just doing this or doing this, they instead add an entirely new like skin tone. So it's more like this kind of dealio. I mean, that already is looking very real. Let's try Lychee by Praline. Okay, kind of real. I feel like we can be realer though. Obscurus. Again, very real. Okay, Go Polls Me. Oh, geez. Some interesting kind of reds going on with that. Megan, which I think is... It could be Sims 3 Melancholic, this one. Okay. A little bit like unsaturated though. Oh gosh, this could be a cursed one. Okay, I feel like this one, there's not much saturation to it. I feel like it's the most realistic, so I think we should use this. And I guess let's get layering up. And I'm gonna like try and solve the eye issue early this time because eyes is hard. Okay, here's where we're at so far. I haven't really done any like eyelid overlays or lashes or anything yet. I actually feel like I'm secretly finding her harder. I'll try put some eyelashes on. Okay, she's looking real so far, I would say at least. I'm gonna go for some Obscurus eyebrows because I think they are very real looking. These ones in particular, I like that they're a bit guppy and individual hairs. That looks pretty good. And honestly, her lips do look very real, but can I make them look... Okay, not that. I was like, can I make them look more real? And I was like, oh no, I can't. Because I personally quite like the ones where you can see a bit of the teeth. Because those teeth obviously look very realistic compared to actual sim teeth, which kind of look like that. So I feel like that could be a shout. Okay, we're looking pretty good right now. Now with our guy sim, I just went for dark hair because I feel like dark hair is the most easy to make look real. With our female sim, I'm kind of like, should I try and be a little bit more brave with the color? Look at this, by the way, for vampires. One of you guys linked me this. I think it looks very, very cool, but probably not quite right for this sim. Real hair tends to be not quite as poofy as sim hair. So if we go for something like this, which is Aid, this is an Aid hair. I think this detail here is very good. It's flatter. It's like almost, I want to describe it as like scratchier. It's more like real hair. It's got a lot of texture to it. So something like that actually works really well for this. And I can still add a hairline. I think I've got enough. Yeah, just to like make this bit look even more real, which I think I will do. That's looking pretty good so far. I feel like our Aid hair is our best bet if we want to go pretty realistic. Again, I feel like the eyes are letting us down a little bit. What is it about sim eyes that looks different to human eyes? I can't really figure out what it is. Like, does that look realer? Maybe? Like, does that look more real than that? What makes an eye look real? And why can't my eyes tell? Okay, I feel like these are our best bets so far. Okay, I feel like she's looking very, very real. Maybe this bit here is the bit that's letting it down. But other than that, I feel like she looks pretty good. Maybe even lighter eyebrows looks a little bit better too. But what are my most realistic clothes? Let's check out this little shunga. Okay. Again, I think if we show a bit of a chest, it's gonna look more real because her skin looks so real. We also probably want to stick to darker colors because again, it's just easier to pull off. And we also want something with fairly high texture because this is losing it a little bit here. Because something like that looks good. That looks very real, but we're covering too much of her. And something like that is good just because it does look so real. I can't tell if it looks real in a different way to she does. I don't know. This is hard. What about something like that? Because it's got like a lot of detail. But it doesn't look like it's on her. Like it's not, you know, if you put clothes on, like there's a shadow where like your clothes meet your skin. It's not doing that in Sims, which is contributing to it looking a little bit fake. Which is funny because I've never once looked at clothes on Sims and thought they're not casting a shadow so they don't look real. But as soon as you go this realistic, that's when it looks odd that the clothes don't cast a shadow. So it feels weird, but I kind of... Okay, that sort of works. If I put her in pajamas, like that looks more real. Like the detailing here is pretty good. So that looks more like a real sim to me. It's just so weird. I wasn't happy with any of the clothes to the point where I had to put her in pajamas. Just the lack of shadow from the clothes, honestly, it ruins it. It just ends up making things not look real enough to me. And that's as real as I think I can get her. Cassandra Gray, I think she is in her pajamas, but I think face-wise, I actually think maybe she's better. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Is it wonderful or is it cursed? This is as real as I can get with a female sim. At least I think so far. And then Blaine is as real as I can get with a male sim. Despite how real they both look, genuinely, this is why I don't go ultra real in my game, because the clothes end up not looking right. And as soon as you put them in a sim world, it's gonna look a little bit odd. They're gonna look a little bit strange. Hey, actually her necklace is casting a shadow on her neck. So that's kind of cool. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. What do you think of our ultra realistic CC? Let me know. And I hope you guys have enjoyed this video. If you did, please throw it some love and I'll see you guys in another one. Bye.